Welcome back to Fire Emblem Echoes. It's time to commit regicide. Well, I mean, it's not our king, so I'm sure it's fine.
Then the fortress has fallen.
It has, Your Excellency. I fear it's a matter of minutes until the deliverance reaches the castle doors.
Very well. We shall greet them with a sea of blades. I leave the rest to you, Messena.
As your will commands, Your Excellency.
Now go.
Your Excellency, wait!
Berkut.
Sire, why have you not given me leave to join the front lines? I know I failed you at the border, but all the more reason I beg for this chance.
A merciful leader may grant a second chance. Only a fool allows a third.
Your Excellency!
My army has no place for the weak. You'll remain here and watch in quiet.
No. Please. Have mercy, sire! Your Excellency! Uncle!
Alright, so it is time for our final battle against the Regalians. So they've got a big ol' fort and a big ol' courtyard, and we're going to be doing a lot of fighting in that courtyard. Other than that, our main goal is over here in this forest of armor units. And also, here's some people who don't want your Pegasus Knights getting in. And here's Rudolf himself with some pretty amazing stats, actually. He's very strong.
Brave warriors of Rigel, you have fought with courage and skill at my side these long years. But the hour of reckoning is upon us. Our empire's light is guttering. Now heed my words well. If I should fall, my final order is that you lay down your arms and surrender. I hear the young Zophian general is a man of mercy. If you have any love and loyalty for me, you'll not waste your lives this day.
That's Emperor Rudolf. This is strange. I'm not sure what I'm feeling at the moment. He's caused so much suffering, and I know I should hate him, but I can't. Instead, he just feels... I don't know. Familiar somehow?
Snap out of it, will ya? There's no time for daydreaming. We're at Rigel Castle's doorstep, buddy. We need you focused. Now pull yourself together already. We didn't come this far to lose here.
Right. Sorry, Gray. All right, everyone. Let's do this!
Okay, so, first things first. Those archers on the other side are bastards. But we also want to remove this man right here, because he's also going to be a nuisance. But yeah, even if you bring Pegasus Knights up to try and deal with those archers, if you try to do that, Rudolf's just going to kill you. So yeah, Rudolf is incredibly strong. I don't remember all stats off the top of my head, but I feel like he's one of the stronger of, like, the not necessarily final boss lord type characters. You know the type. Sometimes you just fight royalty, and you just gotta deal with that.
So I can't help but notice that Rudolph said we'd be greeted by a sea of blades. And there's not a single goddamn blade in the Regalian army right now, it's all spears.
Look, it's kind of like a blade, but just it's a bit different. It's a blade, but a triangle instead.
Shall greet him with a sea of blades, and an advisor walks up, whispers something into his ear. A sea of lances.
Well, no, that's more of a forest. Damn it, you've changed my metaphor. Have that advisor executed.
He just, like, walks out of the room, walks back in, starts the speech over from the beginning.
I want to sound cool.
Get it right this time. Also, it may just be some weird overlap, but it looks like one of the enemy units that you haven't fought has already taken damage somehow. Like one of the barons or generals on the right side looks like he's missing a very small bit of his health bar.
He stubbed his toe.
He just fell climbing the stairs. Okay, it was just health bar overlap.
Yep. Alright, so my strategy is to attempt to alleviate some of the courtyard battle, because those enemies are very tough, by sending a couple of units in to the ramparts over here. I did have to redo this because one unit alone wasn't enough. I do like Matilda, however, this is a little rough for her, especially since there are several units that just, actively have horse-killing weapons.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I believe in Matilda with an asterisk.
Believe in Matilda, but I have realistic expectations about her performance.
I have my belief in Matilda that she dies less badly than anyone else would. Alright, so let's use Fortify, because it's just going to be a very useful skill here. We also have these two. Let's finish up this support, I guess.
Shade? Shade! I experimented with the face pack we assembled together. I must say, its boons are undeniable.
I'm glad you like it. It does do wonders for the skin.
I wouldn't know about that. I speak of its other benefits.
Its other benefits.
The coolness of the oranges against my face transported me. When I closed my eyes, I at once felt both more calm and aware. It's as though the oranges vaulted me into some manner of meditative state.
Well, I suppose they do feel nice. But the important thing is that you liked it.
The potential is staggering. The whole army must know of this. We shall all ride into our next battle wearing packs of produce.
Bad idea.
Again?
The point is to let the nutrients in the oranges seep into your skin. It won't work if you're running around trying to kill people.
Ah, yes. I see. But then what shall I do with all these oranges I purchased?
Wait, is that what's in that huge bag you're lugging around? Just how many did you buy, anyway? Gods, there must be hundreds!
I may have become a bit overexcited at the possibilities.
That's for certain. You'll never use these up on your own.
Alas, what a waste.
Not necessarily. Give the bag here.
What will you do?
I'll squeeze the oranges for juice and use the peels to make jam.
What is jam?
Oh, your people don't have it. It's a preserve made by boiling fruit.
It sounds foul.
Oh no, it's quite good. Far better than a ration ball.
Must all your talk return to the subject of my ration balls? Well, I suppose learning to make this jam might teach me about flavor.
There you go. That's the kind of flexible thinking you need. Come with me and I'll teach you. Oh, but you have to do the peeling.
I shall lay the peels at your feet for the jam fodder they are.
Okay, so, while Matilda deals with... hi, Greg, how's it going? That's a very close-up for some reason. Anyway, so yeah, Matilda and Delphia are going to take care of things on that side, so that, the team on this side has a slightly easier time. But, while we have this big courtyard battle, we have a voice actor to talk about, and that is the voice actor of Rudolf. So, Rudolf is voiced by Jamieson Price, who has done a lot of things. I don't know if I want to start with my favorite role or leave it for the end.
So, Jamieson Price is an actor that I constantly confuse for Richard Epcar, so I can't remember which characters he's played, actually.
Well, I'm gonna start with the first character on the list that I recognized, because he's done a lot of roles, but you might know him as Walter Bernhard from Castlevania Lament of Innocence.
He's this guy.
Oh. Well, okay then.
God, I don't even know what to say that one. I love that voice so much. Walter is such a delight, and I love hearing him speak. Anyway, he was also Lu Bu in Dynasty Warriors 5. So don't pursue him.
Yeah, I was pretty sure he was at least one Lu Bu.
Mm-hmm. And you know what else? What other tough guy voices you might recognize him as? George Prime from Suikoden 5.
Yep, I thought that was Richard Epcar. Why do I get those two just completely mixed up in my head?
In terms of other Castlevania voices, though, he's also Bronner, the main villain of Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, who unfortunately does not have a voice as majestic as Walter's. It's quite sad, really. I mean, he is fine.
I don't know what other roles you're planning on saying, but I do want to make sure that people know he voices Papa Nier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the good Nier.
I always forget who voices Brother Nier. I like Brother Nier.
Brother Nier's fine.
I feel like it's an underrated Disney film. I do prefer Papa Nier. I just feel like people don't even give Brother Nier a chance, and it's like, will you just calm down?
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just interpretation. Look, sometimes you just get very married to the interpretation that you like.
I'm trying to double check something because there's a very real chance that this character was not played by Richard Epcar. I have to pull up his entire BTVA page though, so like, give me 5 minutes to scroll.
Alright, so while you do that, yeah, Tarkus from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He's also a Phoenix Wright character, but, I mentioned this when I actually streamed Phoenix Wright the other night, but, I've not played anything past Apollo, so I am not the best person to ask about that sort of thing. He's also, Sojiro Sakura from Persona 5, the, kind of asshole, cafe owner. The one what you live in. The cafe, not the man.
Anyways, the role I was going to mention, not Jameson Price, it was Richard Epcar. I was going to mention Bateau from Ghost in the Shell.
It keeps happening.
I don't know why, I just decided I cannot tell these two apart. I mean, they kind of voice similar characters, but it isn't like a, oh, I've forgotten all the voice actors we mix up all the time. Matt Mercer, Jonas Scott. There's like 2 more that I can't remember right now. But it's not like that where they literally sound the same.
In terms of other Fire Emblem roles, in Fire Emblem Awakening, he voiced, Virion, of all characters, which...
Okay, sure, why not?
Of the roles I've actually noted, one of the most different ones, I will say. He also voices Priam, who is, one of those bonus characters that you may or may not have picked up. He is the son of Ike, so, good job, Ike and Soren, for figuring out how to do that. He's also, like, one of the few characters who wasn't, like... a lot of them were either, like, alternate, timeline characters, or characters who kind of... It's hard to describe it without giving it away, so I guess I just won't, but... Some of the characters that you could get from, oh god, what was it? Were those Xenologues? Whatever those were called. They were bonus chapters. Wasn't really too keen on a lot of them, just from a storytelling perspective. But oh well. You can just always not pick them up and just pretend they never happened.
One of the many things that I let Awakening get away with because we thought it was going to be the last Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so in terms of Fire Emblem Heroes, of course he plays all of the other Fire Emblem characters I've mentioned, plus one I didn't because it's also kind of a major spoiler. So yeah, it's them, you know, Rudolf, Virion, Priam, Mystery Man, but also Hawkeye and Zephiel. Both the version you would know, but also one of the Christmas alts that's him as a child, presumably before his hopes and dreams die forever. So yeah, another one of those voice actors where he's done a whole lot of things, and I just recognize a small portion of them. Okay, so now we've pretty much got this fight on the ropes.
I just wanted to mention he voices Chad in Bleach, and that was one of my favorite characters, but he got, like, barely any screen time, because there's 1,000 fucking characters in Bleach, so no one gets screen time.
Mm-hmm. And I would know nothing about that. Alright, so as you might have noticed, Fortify has been pulling so much weight in this map. It's just good to have the ability to heal everybody in a small area. It is possible to be less compact in this fight, though. If you're less, we'll say, daring than me, and you don't send anybody to the left side, it's really easy to kind of keep that going. I don't know if I would suggest turtling, like, at the chokehold position, just because there's so many enemies that it can kind of be a mess if you let them all come to you, but it is entirely a strategy you can take. But yeah, now we're at the point where we just have to take care of everyone on the right side, which, just a word of warning, absolutely do not send anybody into Rudolph's range. I noted that even on normal mode, he's pretty tough for a Lord-type boss. They kind of go back and forth. There are some infamously difficult ones, and then some others are, you know, kind of just normal bosses, but with a crown.
So you're saying, do not pursue Rudolph.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely don't. Or I guess it's the reverse, he kind of pursues you. He is on a horse, which means he can just do whatever, because it's echoes. Not only is movement a powerful resource in this game, there's hardly anything that ever really obstructs riders in this game. They can kind of just move. Especially up here. Rudolph did not grow any trees up here in the stone. Also, did I ever refer to Sagittarius male-only spell? I'm pretty sure it typically is, but I should also point out that, yeah, no, Yuzu's using it, so... If I didn't mention it before, or if I did phrase it like that before, typically, only men get Sagittae, but Yuzu's DLC, so she's special.
Don't worry, I won't hit you. Fuck that one up.
So you got dumbass.
Anyway, for some reason, Rudolph isn't attacking. How strange.
What are you planning, Rudolph?
What kind of 4D chess is this? He's playing mind games.
Alright, so, Rudolf here will not attack Alm ever. Which is going to be your strategy. Just don't have anybody else fight him, because again, they'll probably die. Unless he can fight from a distance, Python is going to just try to shoot a king to death. He would.
Alm and Rudolph are having this intense showdown, and Python is just taking pot shots from behind the wall.
Alright, Alm, now it's the time to fight. What the hell? Who's that? Suck my nuts!
I would also like to mention, the manga, because it is a drawn story, that can have, you know, its own pacing, the Alm Rudolph fight is like an actual fight. They kind of just like, if I remember correctly, Rudolph appears at the bridge and Alm pursues him, and, you know, true to the game, he does fight him alone, but like, Rudolph actually strikes back. He won't do that here for, mysterious reasons that I'm sure nobody could possibly guess. I was going to try to remove this man.
You see you've got some Pegasus Knights for backup. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're nearby, just in case.
They're mainly there for support. If I want to give Alm his emergency A-rank support companions, there they are. I just have to be certain that Rudolph would die that turn, or else things would go very south.
I forgot they were both support conversations.
Make no mistake, that the whole not attacking thing is absolutely only for Alm. Everybody else can get fucked as far as Rudolph is concerned.
Alright, now, if the battle's going south, you're free to not fight. Oh, okay, I've got a huge hole in my side right here that I'm filling with apples right now. You should probably not be attacking Alm. You could live. No, don't worry, Rudolph, I got this!
Holy shit, you just like burst into flames!
I got this, Rudolph, don't worry!
I don't think people are...
Oh shit, he's after me specifically!
Alright, and let's just heal Alm, who's not going to be attacked anymore. And let's just get that free EXP.
You're still moving everybody in like they're going to do anything.
They're the hype squad.
Alright, Alm, you got this!
You guys want to help?
No!
Alright, get his ass. Well, his ass was a little bit gotten, but not gotten enough. Was kind of hoping to proc a crit, but whatever.
Oh, please tell me that Python can do 4 damage.
Alright, let's finish this off. As long as he gets both hits in, it's fine.
This is as it should be.
It's actually good this happened. Hell yeah. And this is the man who killed your king.
Getting stronger.
Alright, and we got an angel ring. But we need to drop something. Oh my god, Alm. He discarded an orange! You did it, Alm! You finally overcome your addiction!
You've done well. I'm proud of you, my son.
What?
I knew I was right to entrust you to my dearest friend.
Your friend? You mean... Myson? What's going on here? What are you saying?
I thought you'd have realized by now your true name. Your true name is Almine Alm Rudolph. You are my one and only son.
What? That can't be true. You're lying. Why should I believe a word you say?
Be still. still, Alm. I haven't time left to explain. But I beg you to grant me one final favor.
You want a favor from me?
Take the divine falchion that sealed Milla's strength. Duma has become a thing of mindless evil. Use the blade and destroy him. Please, my son. You must.
No, wait! Emperor Rudolf! Were you truly my father? Then I've just... Oh, gods! What have I done?
Stop! Please, no more! How has it come to this?
The boy will come to slay Lord Duma ere long. A fool's errand, I fear, without falchion.
Is coming here? Please, you mustn't hurt him. My soul alone is all you need, yes?
Oh? Then you will offer up your soul to Lord Duma willingly?
I will. If it saves Alm, I will surrender my soul gladly.
As you wish, Your Highness. Now come with me.
You got a war!
Yay! Alm killed his dad! Okay, so here is the result of having to remake an NES game. So sometimes older games didn't really have much of a plot, and so they kind of had to subsist on a plot twist in order to be actually interesting. And well, this is Gaiden's plot twist.
You know, folks tell me I'm wasting my natural talents. Well, I never asked to be amazing. I'm not even all that interested in magic or fighting. My brother's the one who's all gung-ho about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that I have a way of helping you all out. But I sure hope that doesn't end up being my purpose in life, because... Anyway, hurry up and bring this war to an end, would you, I want to do what I feel like without folks giving me guff all the time.
Anyways, I do actually think that Echoes did a decent job of expounding on what little themes Gaiden had, just in like how it treats war and violence in general. Because in Gaiden, that it's very much just, like you said, there to give the appearance of a plot. It's the LaCroix of plot. But in here, they actually like think about it and expound on it a bit.
Yeah.
Welcome home, Prince Albine. I am Masena, captain of Emperor Rudolf's Imperial Guard. His Excellency told me everything before facing you in battle. Afterward, I gathered the remnants of his forces and awaited your arrival.
He told you everything? Are you telling me he knew he was going to lose? That he expected to die by his own son's hand?
I am afraid I cannot speak to His Excellency's intentions. I humbly ask that you visit the throne and listen to what Sir Mycen has to say.
Mycen is here?
I was present when Emperor Rudolf marched on the Temple of Milla. I know the blade he used to seal her power away, the divine falchion, had long been housed in the treasure vaults beneath Duma Tower, though I fear I do not know what became of it after.
Please, my prince, visit the throne and hear what Sir Mycen has to say.
How does he always get ahead of us?
I know all the speedrun tricks, Alm. I just glitched through the door and got here before you could, while you were still waiting on the loading screen.
I've been doing a solo run, and let me tell you, it's really boring.
Alright, so before we go on, I guess I just decided to, nectar up here.
Must I consume this?
What the fuck is this? Food of the gods, more like food of these nuts.
I hate this, and I hate you for making me drink.
I just had to watch my king die, but this is worse.
Simply scrumptious.
Alright, so I guess also eat this bread. Look, I just need some... Oh, I guess I did. I guess I decided to just drop this stuff. But you do have to drink the water. Just emptying out my inventory before we go, cause, reasons.
Passable.
I just remembered, oh yeah, I hit the inventory limit again. Time to do something about that, so... Everybody have a drink.
Alright, everybody, we're cleaning out our canteens.
Look, I have so much fodder for statues, and rarely will I ever need this. Even after drinking all this water, I'll still have enough in case I do have to give people things individually, so it's fine. Oh boy, steel lance. I gotta get this to Alessia. Oh, wait. That's all he has to say about the banners. There are so many instances where it's like, oh, here's a thing that is the same as a different thing in this room, but has different dialogue, but the banners persists between rooms. Just has no opinions on these banners whatsoever.
He's just depressed.
Alright, Myson, hold on a sec, let me just, no, still the same banners. They're still adorning the hall. And, let's see, nothing over here, ooh, big window, oh no, big window. Okay, yeah, nice throne, cool, don't look up whatever you do.
So you've come, Olm.
Grandfather, what the hell is going on? What are you doing here? Rudolf said I was his son, and now all these people are calling me a prince.
It's only natural that you're feeling confused, but there is no denying fact. You are the only son of Emperor Rudolf, scion of the Regelian imperial bloodline, and true heir to Regel's throne.
How could you? You knew all this time, and yet you kept it from me. You knew, and you still sent me off to kill my own father!
Please remain calm, Olm. Let me explain. Best I start at the very beginning. As you well know, Valentia has always been divided north from south, split between the two gods, Milla and Duma. But their involvement with mankind eventually grew too deep. When madness takes a god, man is lost. And where gods meet ruin, men die too. That is the plight Valentia now faces.
You're saying the gods are... dying?
I fear so. Rudolf was among the first to understand the signs. He saw Duma's growing madness, and knew it for a harbinger of ruin. But then you were born, Olm.
What does that have to do with any of this?
You bore the brand, sign of the hero who would rise to save Valentia. Hearing that prophecy, Rudolf knew you must be kept hidden from the faithful. He concealed the news of your birth and entrusted you to me and Sophia. I will never forget the pain on his face when he placed you in my arms. That day marked a change in him. He donned the mantle of one who would destroy the old world order. One who'd free men to live by their own power, even if they hated him for it. He knew such heresy would bring forth those who wished for his death. So for that death to come at the hand of his beloved son was a mercy. He told me himself that he could imagine no more peaceful end.
And what of my peace?
This is not the time for mourning or self-pity, boy.
Rudolf's purpose now falls to you. The true foe you must defeat is Duma, as well as the zealots tainted by his madness, who seek control of Valentia. Jeddah and his Duma faithful. If you do not hurry, Celica's life will also be in peril.
Oh gods! Celica! She set out in search of Duma in order to save Milla.
A passage beneath this castle leads to the Temple of Duma. Go, Alm. Go and finish this. Return the mad god Duma to the darkness from whence he came.
His whole story was a lie. Alm's youth, his days of training with Myson, all were but calculations in a far-reaching plot by his Lord Father, Emperor Rudolf. Alm had taken his father's life, and that sadness would stay with him always. But destiny would not permit this son of the brand to simply walk away. Valentia lay yet in the grip of Duma, the wicked god, the war father, as well as Alm's dear Celica, who would become Duma's willing servant.
Oh, you're actually Rudolph's son, blah blah blah, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. But they had to expound on it, and now it's so much more dumb, though. He had to go after the less dangerous god, I would say. And I mean, look, I get it. If you killed Duma first, and then went after Milla, Zofia would still hate you. But like, no matter what, they're going to hate you. So like, why would you not get rid of the bigger threat? I know Milla has the apple-based Kamehameha, and that's pretty strong. But Duma, though, he's the guy who wrote the book on war. Why would you not fight him first?
If I had to be charitable, I guess if Rudolf killed Duma first, he wouldn't have enough support to kill Milla, because his people would abandon him because he killed their god. But if he kills Milla first, that could still galvanize his people behind him, and then he could maybe use that to kill Duma.
Mm-hmm. So let's just leave that to my son, though.
Yeah, it's the fact that Alm has to be a part of this plan. Like, if it was just, maybe Alm will be a part of this plan, it would be whatever, but it's the fact that, like, okay, then my son has to kill me. This is an integral step. We cannot let this part pass.
Like, what if Alm just didn't fall for the hero's journey, though? He's just like, oh, my son doesn't want to go off to war? You know what? Me neither. Fuck that. Everybody just gets to the end and Rudolph's like, alright, the deliverance is here. Where's my son? Your what? But you didn't have a kid. No, I had a son. His name was Alm. I sent him away. It was a whole thing. Where is he? It's just us. I guess Matilda's just gonna stab you then? No, the whole thing's off. I'll kill you all now. Anyway, the moral of the story is Destiny is a stupid concept that's not intriguing.
I do like how Rudolph's story ties into the themes of, you know, war and violence and when those things might be necessary and how difficult it can be to use them in an effective and safe manner. I would say it's impossible to do that, but whatever. But yeah, when you apply it to like the inter-character relationships, it makes no sense. I'm gonna stop recording because this will go on forever if we let it.
Next time, somehow a worse plot point.